Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck and a happy new year to you all. We are starting a brand new year. I'm in the process of finalizing my starting of a new portfolio which I'm going to share with you, where we'll look at the status every day, and also I will talk about my trades and show you my trades. So I'm working on that, so hope to be able to share it with you either late today or tomorrow. And I'll also share my game plan for the year, and we'll make course corrections as we get more information. So that's what's going to be exciting for me for the coming year. If you're looking for something more, please let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely consider that. But today, this morning is looking absolutely fabulous with all the index futures in the green. Dow up 0.79 in pre-market, and S&P futures are up 0.89% in pre-market, whereas Nasdaq is also up 1.09% in pre-market. What's more, oil market is also gone up 1.44%. So overall, there is a whole lot of optimism, and my thoughts definitely are going to be focused on what the bond market is saying, what the new policies are going to be. And according to this headline, nearly 3 trillion of US debt is expected to hit maturity in 2025. And much of it is short-term nature because Janet Yellen issued more short-term treasury bills rather than the 10 years. So all this money has to be absorbed. So if the money is absorbed, that means it's more of a tightening kind of a situation. So let us see how it goes. And we also have to see whether Trump was bluffing about the tariffs or the tax cut. And my personal opinion is that Trump may want to do a lot of things, but it's going to be difficult. We've already seen that in the budget negotiations where Trump and Elon Musk wanted to go a certain way, and the Congress put the spanner in the works, and now House Speaker Johnson himself is struggling for his role as Speaker of the House. So we'll have to see how these things unfold. And I would say that for businesses, when there's a gridlock in the government, it's one of the best environments for them. However, general government has got people speaking in measured tones, using very carefully crafted sentences, just like the Fed does, as a result of which there is no sudden movements. Whereas when you take the case of Trump, there could be a tweet or a truthing or something like that, and something from Elon Musk on X. Those things can set off a lot of speculation and create volatility. So I'm expecting a lot of volatility this year. However, our first day of trading is starting with a bang. It's very green. Let's go and have a look at our Tradingview platform. We're looking at the Nasdaq futures, and we have bounced off the 50-day exponential moving average. So I think that when the market opens, if we continue to stay above the 50-day moving exponential moving average, we should be relatively fine for now. The MACD will also start to improve if we stay above the 50, and the momentum is just at average and moving in the right direction. So there is still hope out there. However, if I look at the percentage of stocks that are above their 20-day exponential moving average on the S&P 500, I think there are only 10.53 of them. And if you look at those which are above their 50-day exponential moving average, they're around 19.8. And if you look at the ones that are above that 200 average, they're only 55.87. So I think that at this point of time, the support in the market is not very broad-based, and most of the momentum and everything is coming from the Mag 7 or the AI sector. And if you look at the put call ratio, we are still bullish out here, and 0.80 is in my books pretty decently bullish. So things are looking very good for today, at least at the pre-market section. We'll have to see what happens when we get started, because the VIX, which is sitting at 17.05 right now, has gone down by 1.67%, and that I think is a good sign that volatility is kind of subsiding. We'll have to see that it continues to go down after the market open. If that happens, I think we are in for a good day. However, how is January going to turn up? Because right now, all the selling that is needed for booking profits or for tax loss harvesting, all those things are over, and we are starting with a clean slate right now. So are people going to sit in the sidelines, or are they going to pile in 100%. We'll have to see how that movement takes place. The other area that I want to talk about very briefly to you is to do with the cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to just bring up the chart out here of Bitcoin, and I want to talk to you briefly about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I will start with Bitcoin. One of the big mysteries or misconception about Bitcoin was that it's going to be a store of value. However, Bitcoin has been highly correlated with Nasdaq and the S&P. So if the indices go down, Bitcoin will also go down. So right now, I still don't think Bitcoin has become a store of value or a place where you can escape to preserve the value of your currency while market gets volatile. So if the indices drop, I don't think Bitcoin is going to be a place where you can go and park yourself. But Bitcoin is showing strength today. It's up 2.29%. And I can tell you, if you watch during the day, when the stock market goes down, you'll find Bitcoin also goes down. And so does Ethereum. And at this point of time, I have given up on my cup and handle target because we have been moving all over the place. We had a double top and we have come down. So I don't think Ethereum is going anywhere as such. But with regard to Bitcoin, I think that Bitcoin still has got a lot of juice in it. And it's about time that Bitcoin gives way to alternative coins so that the alternative coins can pick up, like Solana, for instance, which has gone up 7.66%. So there is some more opportunity in the cryptocurrency world, but I don't think it's in Bitcoin. It's in the alternative coins as we go into the first quarter of this year. That said, I want to just look at a few stocks in AI, the ones that are making news. And the ones that I'm most interested in, Google is what I'm very interested in. It's up 1% in pre-market trades. I think Google is very well valued. You have seen our spreadsheet before. So Google, I think, is worthy of dollar cost averaging. And we have a resistance out here at 192.84, which is what we have to overcome today in order for Google to continue its movement upwards. But we have definitely met our reverse head and shoulder target of 190.98. And because from a price to earnings perspective, Google is not so far ahead as the others, I think Google has got good prospects, and also their AI revenues will be coming in, and Gemini is proving itself as a leader in the class. Next, I would like to look at Meta, which was the next best that we had. It's up 1.39%. We have already met our reverse head and shoulder target. I want to draw one more trend line here today, and it's going to be from here to here with multiple touch points. So we are above the trend line. So I think this is a trend line that we are following. This is the bull channel that we are following. Of course, MACD is bearish and the momentum is dropped, but pre-market action shows that they are in the mend. So let us hope that it continues. And another company that I'm quite bullish about is Microsoft, which is again 1.48% up. So those are the companies that I'm very keen about. And one of the hidden gems, I wouldn't call them hidden gems, it's a wrong term. One of the stocks that has lost a lot of its capital or interest capital in the recent days because it had been falling regularly, is going to be back in action because we are nearing the earnings, which are going to be on 26th of February. So that's the general pattern for NVIDIA. So after the earning, it may either go up or go down, but the trend reversal happens just as we start approaching the earnings. So I think we are coming to a situation probably somewhere around the last week of January when we'll be at the end of this wedge and we'll then break out on the upside. So that's what I'm expecting for NVIDIA. So I'm thinking that NVIDIA will provide dollar cost averaging options as we go ahead. Of course, all of these are my personal opinion and not financial advice. So guys, be careful about that. Another company we have to watch very closely is Palantir. It's up 1.32% again. The common wisdom now in the market is that, of course, NVIDIA made a lot of money because it was the day of the silicon and the building of the infrastructure. Now it is time for the software, and I would like to add that not only software but also about consulting, because a lot of companies will need consultancy services to figure out how to leverage on AI to improve their bottom line and stay ahead of their competition. And that's where we have Accenture. So we need to add Accenture to our list of companies that we are looking at. And here we have the stock of Accenture. It's quoting at 351.79 as of end of trade, and we have a gain of 0.83% this morning. So if I look at this structure out here, guys, you'll all be familiar with what I'm talking about. It's a cup and handle pattern out here, and I think that the time is ripe for us to look at this cup and handle pattern and see where the price could go. And I'm going to draw my target for this right now, and I would say I would go from here all the way to the top up here, and then clone this, change the color and move it up. So that's what we have there. And this will take us to a cup and handle target of somewhere around 448.86. So friends, there's a lot of possibilities out here, and right now we are kind of consolidating, and I want to see this move upwards. And we are still not that great among the exponential moving averages, but Accenture has got tie-up with NVIDIA and other players. In October last year, they launched Global NVIDIA Business Group and AI Refinery Platform, and I think that they are well poised to capitalize on the AI game. And friends, you would already know that there are many companies which have nothing to do with AI, but they have the name of, they have something reference to AI in their name, and they have done extremely well. So I think Accenture is definitely going to do it, but we have to wait for it to turn around, make sure that it has got a trend reversal and then move, because right now the MACD and the momentum are not looking that great. So this is something that we have to watch going forward. In genomics, I think CRISPR Therapeutics is looking really good at this point of time. It has managed to validate this support at 38.68, and pre-market today it's up 1.52%. So as long as we start moving upwards, our next resistance is going to be the 9-day exponential. We have to reverse all the sequence of these exponential moving averages. There's a lot of hard work ahead for CRISPR Therapeutics, and their earnings happens to be on the 18th of February. So as we go closer to the 18th of February, I think we'll start seeing a buildup in interest in this company, which will result in improvement in the momentum. And once that happens, and if we get some good data, or at least some word of a BLA or the status of the diabetes therapy or CAR-T therapy or something like that, that has the potential to move the needle and help us to break through these resistances. So there will be opportunity to dollar cost average CRISPR Therapeutics in the days ahead. Assuming that Illumina is showing reverse head and shoulders, I think that Illumina is looking pretty dangerous to me right now, and I think there will be better opportunities to buy Illumina at a later date as the price continues to fall. Potentially, it could go all the way up to 103.40. That's my opinion. May or may not happen. We can't predict the future, but we use these tools in order to match the patterns of what happened in the past and see if it happens in the future. So I think that the worst case scenario is 103.16, and right now we are at 133. So we are looking at a drop of around $21, $31 or something in that range, and it could be a very big loss. So one has to be careful, I think, with Illumina. And that brings me to the end of today's pre-market bulletin, and I hope you guys have a great 2025. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and complete my work with regard to starting a new portfolio for this year, and I hope you guys have a great session. Have a nice day. Bye for now.